Coco's getting ready to go on the boat too. Got a little bounce in her step. She doesn't know she's going on a boat ride, but she's been on boats before. We are at Dunn's Creek State Park, and a group of butterflies are here. We're going to go out on a boat.
I am a member of the Butterfly Tribe, and I helped organize this meetup. Our $30 camping fee allowed us to become members of Dunn's Creek State Park Friends. They're having the boat rides, and they're going to be giving us a tram ride through the state park, through areas that are not commonly seen.
I'm Captain Tommy Collins with Great Day Guide Service out of Palatka, Florida. I do nature tours out of Palatka and all points north or south, depending on what people want to see. This tributary we're on, Dunn's Creek, is about 9 miles long, coming out of off the St. Johns River, and it goes into a lake, Crescent Lake, which is south of here. What this area is really known for is the cypress tree. All y'all know what a cypress is.
Yep.
Beautiful tree. We got some pretty specimens along here. Just big cypress. I saw an osprey nest, but I haven't seen an eagle yet.
And the hawks, there are probably a lot of hawks around too.
Mostly ospreys around the water. From probably April through, there's lots of manatees. That's an inhinga, a male inhinga. Yep, there's a turtle. You're gonna make me get in the water.
I bet it was too big. I didn't want to.
Just don't want to do it at night. That's when the gators feed, is at night.
Oh, look!
Welcome everybody to our park. And Dunn's Creek State Park is Putnam County's largest state park. And it encompasses over 7,000 acres, of which you'll see part of the 6,200 part of it that we know as Dunn's Creek. What you're going through now is what we call a xeric hammock. And that's one of the unique characteristics of Dunn's Creek State Park. It has more natural communities than any other state park in the whole state of Florida, which is saying something. So you can tell how that you're in that kind of community because of the oak trees and the hardwoods. And now look, you don't see hardwoods, all you see is oak trees, palmettos and so forth. So you'll see the transition from those natural communities one after
Gopher turtle in the road.
For sake of getting it out of the road, I am yellow-bellied slider.
Why did you go across the road?
Right. Between a turtle and a tortoise, right?
Yes.
Okay, turtles have what? Web fingers, right? Tortoises don't. They got big nubs, so they like to dig in the dirt. A lot of people, they'll say, hey, I saved the tortoise crossing the road. I brought him to the water. They throw him in the water. They do not swim, so just make sure the next time you save a turtle, you know what you're saving.
What kind of turtle is that?
This is a yellow-bellied slider.
He's a big one too.
Yep.
Also known as the Florida cooter.
Yep.
The area on Dunn's Creek State Park that is known to have once been Native American habitat. There are middens there. We found artifacts actually on this road. So you notice no oak trees, but we sure got pine trees, and we sure have a lot of palmettos and all. And this is called piney flatwoods. Piney flatwoods. And piney flatwoods are known for just what you're looking at. It's open areas, and this is prime gopher tortoise area. You'll notice again, like you can see it's kind of changing again. And if you look to your left, all of a sudden you'll see hardwoods back in there.
Oh, that's our
And that's swampland. And that's what that is. And so that Dunns Creek State Park, or Dunns Creek, is located back there. A large part of Dunns Creek State Park is just that, wetlands. But that was full of cypresses and all kind of hardwoods. So Anthony's going to tell you about prescribed burns, and that's a major part of what we do here at Dunns Creek State Park. On a regular schedule, they'll burn all this, and it will take out a large part of the palmettos and all of these trees underneath. You can see the base of other trees where the burn has occurred. Majority, over half of Dunns Creek State Park is going to be burned this year.
There you go.
So if I could, I'd like to a little more interp here. So I love fire. Fire is my passion. You see these palm fronds here? You see how they're real tall? So the park, before they started burning it, had palm fronds at that height. So you can see behind here, there's a big open area. There's no pine trees. So that's what happens. You got this tall palmetto, you light the fire, it rolls in there, burns the tops of those trees and kills all the trees. So we call it a thermal thinning. That's not what the intention was, but we started burning the property. So we do just keep burning it just to manage that property at a good height where we're not getting a catastrophic fire crowning out our trees. But imagine a property with saw palmetto that's that tall. The rule in fire is usually the flame heights are 4 times the height of the fuel is typically our flame height. So something like that, that's 20 feet tall may have 60-foot flames and just rolling across the landscape. So that's pretty catastrophic. So that's why we go in when the time's right, we get some moisture in the ground, the right winds, and we go burn the property so we don't lose our trees.
So there's almost 60 miles of this kind of trail out.
Oh, well,
Wow.
If you go this way, you go to where one of our adopted mascot for the Dunns Creek State Park is the Sherman's fox squirrel, and so there's a very good population of them, and they live in this kind of area. They don't hang out up in the trees; they hang out on the ground. So right over there, you can see a depression pond. See how it opens up back there? It's just a shallow spot in the thing. Sometimes it has water in it, and during the dry season, it doesn't have water in it. But that's where sandhill cranes and other animals nest.
You're pointing out the eagle's nest.
Okay,
Oh,
it's still
no.
here.
Big round dark spot.
We have alligators, and they don't get out this part of the park very often. Although I have found one several miles away. We have foxes.
bears.
We do have bears. We have deer. Turkeys galore.
Yeah.
And sandhill cranes.
Bobcats, right. It's really amazing. Yes, absolutely. We got squirrels. We've got all kinds of stuff. Raccoons. Coyotes for sure. Here later tonight, you may get to hear them. We had a panther out here at one point in time. So you can see how it changed, right? Got a lot more hardwoods, a lot of oak trees and stuff like that. These are wet hammocks back in here, and so the water runs off of these sand hills down through here all the way to the north.
Cocoa. In silhouette. Yeah.
Don't worry, y'all. We're safe
not
in case a bear comes. We're good.
That's not a happy face. This is what this is an A+ of restoration of Dunns Creek State Park.
Oh yeah.
Wow. The original longleaf pine habitat for America went from South Carolina all the way down to Florida as far as Tampa, all the way to the Mississippi River. And then now there's only a few thousand of those original acres left. And so they started planting longleaf pines. So far, they've planted over 20,000 longleaf pines on that same area. And I'm sure it's probably double that by now. But I was talking to the park ranger, director who did all of that. And he was explaining to me that we were 10 years into a 100-year restoration project. So it gives you an idea of how they are perception.
Right.
So it takes about 50 years for a longleaf pine to become mature.
And
They cut them
turpentine.
all down.
Turpentine with a pine.
Turpentine was big. I'm glad you mentioned that because this was a major turpentine area. And fact is, I'm glad you asked that question.
I wrote the history book on Lake Wales.
Did you
There
really?
were turpentine camps all over.
Exactly. So hopefully we're coming to a catfish tree here. And actually the people who first lived here at, the first white people lived here at Duns Creek State Park, that was a major part of what they did.
Yeah.
It was not only the logging of the longleafs, but it was also turpentine. Okay, this is prime Sherman fox squirrel area. And again, this is what Duns Creek State Park is supposed to look like. After all of the restoration and everything, and it goes on for another 5,000 acres. There's 60 miles worth of trails out here, and one looks a whole lot like that.